He used to be a charismatic prosecutor in South Korea, but during an investigation, someone pushed him off the 80th floor. To his shock, he woke up back in his 19-year-old body. Given a second chance at life, the first thing he wanted to do was save his parents who had died in a car accident. However, tragedy struck again. He fell to his knees crying, blaming himself for not pushing them farther away in time. When he heard his parents calling out, he rushed over to make sure they were safe. Seeing they were unharmed, he finally breathed a sigh of relief. Paramedics arrived shortly after. From the police officer's conversation, he learned the driver was drunk. The next day, he showed up at his tutoring center. The director was thrilled to see him. Jack had ranked first in the exams. He couldn't stop praising him. Afterwards, Jack returned to the convenience store. There, he ran into the prettiest girl in class, Ruth. She congratulated him warmly, then turned and walked away. Later that night at home, he told his parents he wanted to apply to law school. They thought he was joking, until he pulled out his report card. Seeing he ranked first, his parents were overwhelmed with joy. Soon after, the mock exams began. As he was working through the test, the flickering lights triggered a memory. Today was the day Ruth would be kidnapped. Seeing Ruth awake in a hospital bed, he gently reminded her to take better care of herself. But something about her seemed off, like she was hiding something. He pulled out a packet of stimulants from her pocket. Ruth was stunned. He told her that studying hard and repaying her parents was important, but relying on drugs wasn't the answer. Ruth nodded, touched by his concern. Later that evening, Jack was back at the convenience store when he overheard Nick talking about drugging a girl named Laura that night. As night fell, Jack went straight to the club Nick had mentioned. Inside, Nick was gleefully filming Laura. Jack kicked open the door, jammed it shut with a coat rack, and charged forward. A fight was about to erupt. In the end, Jack managed to rescue Laura. They sat on a bench outside, waiting for her to regain consciousness. When she finally woke up, she asked Jack what had happened. He handed her his phone to show her the evidence. Soon after, they were all brought to the police station. To Jack's surprise, the man in charge was Nick's father. One of Nick's friends stepped forward and claimed full responsibility. As Jack walked out of the station, Laura called out to him, inviting him to dinner, just to return the favor. Hearing that, Jack leaned in with a smile.